So this morning I was sitting on my deck. I was in front of the barbecue looking towards the road, if you could call it that, because I can't see the road from my deck, but I was looking that way with my back to, well, it's too complicated to explain, but I was facing one way. And I heard a noise over my shoulder, and next thing I know, there's a young man pushing, walking, half riding his ratty old bicycle, and it was a road bike, next to my deck. And you've seen pictures of that area. It's a very narrow space, and it's where our bird feeders are, so it's all seeds and whatnot underneath the bird feeders, and it's narrow. Nobody walks back there. It's private. And so here's this guy going past. He didn't see me on my deck because I was hidden by the barbecue, and I was quiet, reading. And as he went past, he just dropped a big chunk of something in our bushes. And I said to him, "Don't leave that there." And he stops dead and he turns around and he says, "Oh, well, it's a nice piece of wood." And I said, "I don't care. It doesn't belong there. Pick it up and take it with you." He says, "Well, I'm tired of carrying it." And I said, "Well, then take it back where you got it." And he was a scruffy looking, I would say under 25, scruffy, skinny, pushing this bicycle. And he says, "Do you want this? It's a nice piece of wood." And it was a huge, like maybe 4 feet long and 2 inches thick like this. And it was almost carved, but not. And I said, "No, I don't want that. But, off you go. What are you doing here anyway?" He says, "All right." And he picks it back up and he leaves. And I was thinking afterwards that, it's probably somebody like that tried to get into our place, although when we had our break-in, it was in the middle of the night. But there have been many disturbances in our area, my development, during the day. And I thought, it's somebody like that sees how quiet it is and just tries a door. Because there's nowhere he could have come from. It's all blocked off at the back. It's private property. It's people's gardens, backyards. It's all houses. And there's no way he could have gotten there unless he came up the other side of our property up the road, my front part. Anyway, it sort of startled me, and I was thinking, geez, I wonder if he's the drooling crack meth head. Maybe I should have been harsher with him. It was enough for me to say, "Don't leave that thing there." We just got in. We were out, went for dim sum, which was very good. I feel very full. And I was going to tell you, no, maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. The tour is on. Tour de France, as you know, I'm a big fan, and we missed the beginning of it this year because we were at the cottage. We almost wanted to come home for it, that's how much how big of fans we are. And it's been quite a tour. All of the number ones, or many of them, have dropped out. And yes, I know many of you will say, it's all doping and the bicycle races are only the only people that participate in bicycle races are dopers, but that's not true. It's really not true. It's quite a feat. Anyway, we've been very interested in this year's tour. It's going up and down, and it's open for almost anybody to win. Not like years ago. And on the way home, I bought myself a treat. Do you know Campari? This is an Italian liqueur that I quite like. And the last bottle I purchased was in the year 2000 when I was returning home from a visit to France. Pat and I went with my friend who owns the cottage to France for 3 weeks, and on the way home I bought a liter bottle and I just finished it 2 weeks ago. So this is only 750 milliliters, and I expect it'll probably last me, I don't know, 8 years, maybe longer. It's lovely with a club soda. We were watching Longmire. Do you watch Longmire? It's a sort of a police story of sorts. It's very good. And if you've ever read any of the books are even better. And it's a big, huge cliffhanger because maybe Walt's dead. It stressed me last night. Well, if you've been able to keep up with this random video, I applaud you. That's it, that's all.